know me for doing, reaction videos and other things like that. Sorry for the glare in my glasses. I look weird in my glasses. But, yeah. But you probably know me for doing reaction videos, or majority, probably most likely, well, reactions. I'm not reactions, what ifs. So, yeah, I do what ifs, reaction videos, and other things like that. But today I'm going to be doing story times.
Not yet, but I did do a time gap, and I'm closer to my mic, so you guys can, well, hear me better. So let's just dive right into the story time, because I rambled a little bit too much in my first recording. So let's get into it. By the time I almost cut my pinky off, and there will be a little bit more in there, but, well, let's just dive right into it. Now, when I was a kid, I was somewhat of an idiot. Now, the timing of the story takes place around the time I was about 8 years old. So, our next door neighbors at the time, they were right about to, move out. I was friends with our next door neighbors, but I forgot his name and I don't even know him anymore. For sake of the story, let's call him David. So, David was a pretty cool kid. He was basically, we hanged out. I went over his house a few times. Basically, we had a blast. Now he moved away, and we just lost connection with each other. Like, we never talked again. We just moved out. They just moved out, so we didn't talk to each other anymore. It was just done. Like, he was just gone. But in doing that, whole time, that time frame before they moved out, they had a garage sale. My dad went over there and traded them a katana blade that, well, my parents had. Now, I may show a picture up, but it was a pretty cool, decent blade, and it was pretty cool. I was fascinated by it as a little kid. Even joked about, swinging it around. And a few times my parents would whoop me like I stole something. So, we're not gonna really get into that. But other than that, my dad bought the pocket knife. He brought it home. And the next day, a Saturday, very vividly, I know it was a Saturday. So, basically, we went there, or I went to the kitchen with my sister. Sister got something to eat, and she went back into her room. As I grabbed the pocket knife off the counter, since my dad left it there that morning, as my stupidity self would have opened up the pocket knife, and basically it would have just been there. As I would have opened the pocket knife, looked at it, and swung it around not swung it around, but waved it around a little bit, and not really, plan on cutting anything with it. So after that, I was going to close it. But since it was so tight for my little baby hands, or my little, kid hands, I couldn't really push it down by myself. So, for a stupid reason, I grabbed the pocket knife to hold it down so I can put the knife in. But subconsciously, I don't even know if it was on purpose or not. Probably not. My pinky was in the slot where the knife's supposed to go in when you put it back in, or when you close it. So when I closed it, the knife slashed, or literally hacked into my pinky, like right underneath your pinky finger, about like a centimeter down. So it literally cut right on my joint. So basically, pretty simple, I was bleeding out. I was going crazy for some stupid reason. And now that I think about it, it wasn't really that big of a cut. It was a deep cut, but it wasn't big. But, well, I started waddling around, started screaming, and for some reason, my sister did not hear me. I don't know what she was doing. But other than that, I was just crying my eyes out. But I tried to put my, focus back together. So I went into the bathroom and I grabbed some paper towels and some alcohol and pretty much peroxide. I put it on there and basically started to try to fix it up. Now, my sister was still in the room, as she just was still doing her thing. I don't even know what she was doing at the time. I think she was going through Facebook or Instagram, or Facebook. What am I saying? Facebook or Instagram. But other than that, I don't really think she was really doing anything else. She was on her phone. She was definitely on her phone or something. But other than that, I was straight up crying. But I tried to figure it out, and I helped it out myself, I guess. Putting bandages and tape around it. Since at that time, we didn't really have that much band-aids. So, When I went in the room, my sister noticed it was, my pinky was bleeding through the bandages, and it was bleeding a lot, actually. Surprisingly, I was bleeding a lot. So my sister took me to the bathroom, tried to fix it up herself, clean it with some soap and water, but eventually our parents would have came home. As my mom started freaking out, saying he needed stitches, and my dad just saying that he doesn't need stitches and that he just has to stay out of his stuff. Stay out of, my stuff. So basically, what happens is, let's just say at the end of the story, I get whooped. Simple as that. I get beaten about a week after my cut, slightly goes away, the pain's gone. My dad walks into my room, and a ominous essence of pure aura of like straight up Dragon Ball Z levels of aura, like straight up Ultra Instinct up in my room. And I looked up, my dad came out of nowhere, and straight up just, if you're a black kid and you grew up in a very strict home, not a strict home, but if you grow up in a black family, you know what a black dad does when he whips you, bro. He is like the fury of the gods on your booty cheeks. I mean, like, I'm done. Pause! Basically, after that, yeah, the story ends near that area. And yeah, next time, I might do a story time on how I almost got killed. Not hurt, I almost literally got killed. But, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe. And as always, guys, have a blessed day. Deuces.